everybody, and good morning to you. And of course, a big welcome here from Hex Token capital city here in good old Kiwi land. All right, so I hope you guys having a good time there. And of course, Pulsecon 2022 is on, so everyone, those people in Las Vegas, having a good time with the pool parties, the nightclubs, the golf tournaments, the luncheons, the what else? The conference expo, all that sort of stuff. Big happy to them. I hope they're having a good time. And of course, I do really enjoy the vlogs that everyone's doing. The vlogs are great. Big shout out to Craig for doing his vlogs, Craig Wadding, and of course, big shout out to everybody else as well, Heinz Crypto as well, both syndicated in our Discord. So awesome stuff. Great to see that. Hey, look, welcome everybody from Hex Token. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into stock and crypto. Obviously, they have stumbled over just in the last little wee while, actually, probably last 7-8 hours, wasn't it? And of course, this is the volatility that we have talked about. And of course, this is nothing compared to what could be coming. Obviously, this is kind of the window of opportunity still. This will run through to the 15th September. So let's see how we get on. Well, the other thing, of course, is we're going to get into Maximus team and perpetuals. They are the big thing at the moment, and we're going to get into that, and we're going to look at all the prices as well. Hedron pullback as well, so we're going to look at that as well as Pulsepot auction just closed. Actually, we're going to jump to that pretty soon. That actually just closed. Pulsepot second auction NFT roulette table there just closed, and a really handsome price on that one. So we're going to have a look at that as well as a Pulsecon. So stay tuned, everybody. We've got to check my pulse in the house there. What's up? What's up? I could have seen check my pulse. Normally I do that for Tintop, but hey, check my pulses in the house there. Check first place indeed. Well done to you. Ted Nelson in the house. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Mikey in. Hello, everybody. What's up, Superman? Good to see Mikey and Ted in the house. Wookie says it's like split ends around here today. I see red. I see red. I see red. Woo! It is, but like that too. And smash the like, says Ted, on the way in. Yeah, that's the way. Dave Down Under says no hex pump despite all this buy pressure. Yeah, well, this is what happens when you get a combination of Hedron and of course the market pullbacks. This is what you're seeing. We've still got a long way to go though, Dave Down Under. We've still got about 20 days to go, 9.5 days, something like that, for the Maximus and team, Maximus team base trio, Lucky Dicky, to play out. So still quite a bit of time there for that. A dirty pause in the house there. Woohoo! Good to see a dirty pause. Mikey says it is currently 115 degrees outside at 4:30 p.m. in California. Are you kidding me? I pray for everybody out in that heat right now. It's ridiculous, man. That sounds insane out there in the desert. And Sandy Beach out there with the old Sandy Beaches. We always appreciate Sandy Beach, you legend. And of course, James Bond as well. Good to see James Bond. Christian Cole in the house. Hello, family. And of course, I hope you guys are enjoying some of the short format videos. Have been listening to people and put out a couple of those lately. So I hope you guys have enjoyed those. I'm trying to try and be consistent and do a lot more of those short form videos. Often I do presentations in the live streams, but I'm going to try and pull some of those out and do those in short form. So hopefully that's big. I've seen quite a few good comments about that already, so that's pretty neat. James says, let's go, let's get pumping. Crypto Dan House, hey guys. Hello, Hex Token, everybody in the chat, says Sandy Beach. Uncle Will says, one-stop shop for all ecosystem news. Thanks, Superman. You're welcome, Uncle Will. And of course, Brendan says, morning, Superman. Good to see you, Brendan, as well. And great to see so many Hex Token channel members in the house. Let's get into it, folks. Let's go. And of course, here we are. We've got the Dow tumbles as stronger data stoke larger rate hike fears. You got to love these titles, right? Got to love these titles. Now, sometimes it's important to pick these titles apart, but this title's okay. This title's okay. All right, so this one here, let's get into it. We've got the Dow Jones Industrials. This is the top 30 industrial firms in the United States. It's down 173 points, just over 0.5% decrease there to 31,143. We've got the S&P 500 down 16 points, just under 0.5% there too, and that is at 3,908. The NASDAQ indicator up there with a lot of the big tech firms in it. This is down 86 points, which is 0.75% down, and that's at 11,544. We got so basically we got risk off And of course, the market's got a little bit of risk off there. The S&P 500 VIX or volatility index is up slightly, 3.5% there. It's pretty decent, I guess, to 26.9. That's kind of the risk off there, and the volatility is increased. The US dollar up 69 there to 110 against its trading partners, up 0.6% there as well. So obviously, the US dollar being the reserve currency, many people talk about it, being not so important, but it's still going to be important. It's all about relativity, right? It's all about relativity. So it's going to be important for a long time to come, I imagine, even with the ridiculous money printing and debt that the US economy has. All right, so we've got the commodities in there. We've got Brent crude there at $86.96. That is pretty much just up 9 cents there. We've got Brent oil at $92.87. This is a bit lower, right? This is a bit lower on the lower end that we've been seeing of time. You can see that in the chart there over the last day. Let's have a look at the last month in the chart. And of course, you can see it's kind of on the lower end there. And of course, it did get up pretty high here, up at about $104 in the last month. It's kind of been the high. So this is kind of not quite the bottom, but it's getting on the lower end is the oil. We've got a gold over the last month. You can see the chart on gold has decreased. And of course, it was way up here at 1,800. It's down at $712. Now, you see a lot of the gold bugs. If you've watch Kitco News, see a lot of the gold bugs on there. Everyone's vying for reserve currency of the world. Gold, of course. They always try to use gold as natural. It's made by Mother Earth, they like to say. But of course, there's plenty of gold out there. So it just depends on which government you want to take it from you, right? So it's kind of a bit like that. And of course, you try and compared to cryptocurrency, you try and transport that over to somebody else if you want to pay for a loaf of bread or something. I don't know, but crazy. Silver is at $17.90, and of course, soybeans they're down a little bit there. So we're going to continue to watch the property and food markets going forward. Let's get into some of the commentary. The Dow fell Tuesday after swinging between gains and losses as techs struggled to fight off a jump in treasury yields following stronger than expected economic data. And of course, that's good for the economy, but not so great for the interest rate rises and inflation. So tech was pushed lower as big tech wavered than better than expected services data, kept the prospect of an aggressive Fed Reserve later this month front end and center. I think they wrote an article, didn't they write a comment just the other day that they thought maybe the Fed wasn't going to take into account some of the data. So I'm not sure what's happening there. The ICMM services index inched higher to 56.9 from 56.7, above the consensus of 55. Remember, anything over 50 is typically growth. And of course, the odds of 75 basis points hike climbed to 75%, up from 63% a day earlier, according to investing.com's Fed rate monitor. And of course, that's what we've been pricing in. Is that's my view. 75 basis points. It's not 100 basis points, not 50, but 75 seems about right. Now, the question is, will they do another one in November? Obviously expecting two of them. They've talked about heading up to 4% on the federal funds rate, so that'd be two of those. The question is, would they keep raising rates into 2023? That's what would tank the markets big time. We'll get volatility, but if they're going to be that aggressive, that's really where people will be looking out for. I'm still questioning a little bit whether they'll do a November rate hike of that height, so we'll wait and see, obviously with the midterms and things. So we're going to think about that. Now let's get into it. Treasury yields rose sharply following the strong economic data, with the 10-year treasury yield rising to fresh 3 months highs there. So it's good to be in those. Energy also played a role in the broader market malaise, pressured by falling oil prices as investors fret over the impact of the lockdowns in China. Industrials also, however, remained unchanged on the day, supported by rising airline stocks on signs of robust air travel demand. So that's kind of where it is, all pretty soft all around from the most of it. Tech, energy, and of course manufacturing. So it's just the way it is, and we are expecting volatility, right? So it's going to be this is nothing compared to post September 15th after the ETH merge, though, because that's when we don't have anything in crypto, particularly lifting things up, as it were, amongst the major cryptos. So that's where we are at this stage. We're still in the window of opportunity, at least for another week. So we will see how we get on. We got BTC obviously pulled down with the stock market. So this is what happened. Stock market down, crypto down. We got BTC was actually trying to get back over 20,000. You remember last night when we were covering this? It was actually looking really good. And then only, 7 hours ago or something, 8 hours ago, decided to go down too. And it's down at 18,848. Below its 19,750 mark. And, of course, down almost 5%. ETH also down, despite the merge coming up, down 2.37. This, of course, can rebound and probably do a lot better rebounding in the stock market. But here it is. We're in volatile periods, which means that the market's going to go up and down like this all the time. I'm not expecting any major cascade fall at this stage. I'm thinking about that later, maybe late September, October, November is possibly when that might happen. So it's not what's my opinion, of course, it's where I'm thinking it will be. BNB at $264, down 4.3% there. So you can see the market's generally a red lava, as we say, red lava. That's kind of where we are. Let's have a look at the Hex charts. Hex chart there at the moment, 4 cents. Yeah, where's the buying power? Obviously, we've got a long way to go for Maximus team and perpetuals. We don't know how much of that is potentially going to go into buying pressure onto Hex. And, of course, we will find out. We've still got a long way to go. We've only just been, just over a day and a half, I think, into it, maybe a day and 3/4 into the launch phase. It's 21 days. It's actually over 21 days based on the count. Looks like 21 days and 17 hours. So we're going to see how that plays out. In any case, this is where we are at the moment, 4 cents. And, yeah, let's see where we go. We've got the top of the Bollinger Bands at 5.1 cents, the bottom at 3.6%, 6 cents, sorry, that's at the bottom here. And, of course, that range is closing. Tightening Bollinger Bands is kind of cool. Now, we were having a very good pattern playing out here where the yellow EMA 13 was going to looking like it was closing to the 50% Bollinger Band in red. And, of course, that cross would have been quite a bullish call. We've still need days ahead for that. Obviously, with the market playing out as well, the market has impacted this chart. So we'll just have to see how the next day or two go, see if we get a nice little rebound on the crypto and see if we can get some sort of trend reversal here. Tightening Bollinger Bands and across could be quite bullish. So we will see. We've obviously still got the team and in particular the perpetuals playing out as people get Hex for the perpetuals, the base trio, Lucky and Dicky. We're going to look at that stats in a second. So that's kind of where we're at there. Let's have a look at the DMI. You can see that both the sellers and buyers are drifting down there, but the sellers still in got a slight edge on the buyers. And of course, the RSI down quite decent, down at 41. So if we do get any trend reversal, away we go. We have got a little bit of a cross going on here. This is a bearish cross, but of course this may not play out. This could get corrected later on today, depending what happens in the chart. So we'll keep watching that too. And that's kind of where we are at this stage. So let's jump over to the quad charts. And of course, this is the Hex charts. We've got Maxi actually holding up pretty well, relatively speaking. Obviously went down with the markets as well. Was up at a 2.13 premium on the hourly. There's the hourly chart here. And of course, we're currently at 2.08. Let's have a look at the daily here. We saw a few. I did see one large holder sell Hedron into Maxi. I've seen a couple of large people that have gone into team also trade the Hex into Maxi with some decent moves. So there's been a bit of that going on. Obviously, Maxi really is the better call over the next 3 weeks with the launch phase in play. So that is kind of what I've been saying. It seems to be the play. Hedron has surprised to the upside. The Hex Godwild came in and all sorts of stuff. So there we are. That's where we are at the moment. 2.08, looking pretty good still, in my view. So we've still got 19 days or so to go. On the let's just jump over to the results, of course, for Maxi. Actually, we'll leave the price up. We'll get over to Maxi, and of course, here it is in more detail. So let me just full screen that. So we've got the RSI down quite low. So we've got a nice move on here, potentially on the hourly and the daily on Maxi here. So we've got 8.4 cents as the price, and we've got plenty of room on the RSI as well for the premium. So it's cool. And all these are little trades down below here. So you can sort of see getting a bit of a mixed bag, but mostly not too bad, actually. And here we just had a 230,000 Maxi buy. That was pretty nice. 30,000. We had a 32,000 sell, but we're getting lots of nice little trades in here. We had a 277,000 buy Maxi buys too back there. So some nice little Maxi buys going on at the moment. While the rest of the market's kind of red, relatively speaking. Let's have a look at Etherscan. And of course, we're going to have a look at the Maxi. So when people mint team, they put Maxi in. It's a one-to-one mint. And we can see that the Maxi account that people mint team with has now got 21.7 million Maxi in it. That's fantastic. And of course, let's go to the Maxi wallet. We've got 293.3 million Maxi. And the holders at the moment are like this. The Hedron deployer is the #1 whale. And that's just under 27 million Maxi. But of course, the team wallet, that is, people have sent their Maxi to the team wallet, that now has 21.7 million, and that is now 7.4% of all the Maxi compared to the Hedron deploy at 9.2. So this is going to cross over at some stage, I'm sure. And of course, we've got a long way to go. So we're going to see probably a flippening here. The question is, will we see the Hedron deployer go into Maxi team as well? That's something for that hasn't happened yet, but that might happen later on towards perhaps the end of the launch phase there with the team minting. We will see what the Hedron deployer. We've also got all these whales. Let's see what all these whales do in Maxi. Some of them may just sit there knowing that there's increased scarcity in Maxi. Others may decide to split strategy and put some in to the team, keep some Maxi. It's going to be interesting to see all these larger holders do that. Now, if we go to page 2, we've now got 53 over a million, and I think we used to have about 58 or so maybe 58. So we definitely had at least 5 or 6 change in the top. Now, we always saw one of the top Maxis exit on launch day into Hedron and USDC, I think it was, and Hex. So that's what that one did. That caused definitely impacted the Maxi chart with what was about 3 million volume selling or something like that, maybe more. And of course, that's just the way it goes. We do have seen that before. It kind of feels odd at the time, but for them, it's quite logical. Now that did play out quite well, but if they're still holding their Hedron, then they're down, probably down, or at least break even at the moment at the entry level that they got. On the 500,000 holders, scrolling down to the next page, on the 500,000 holders, we had about 110 or so, and of course, that's gone down. So we had about 110. That's gone down. Looks like we're down about 8 on there. So definitely been some big movements amongst the whales in the old Maxi portfolio. Let's quickly look at the latest numbers in the results so far. So this is not quite. We're not up to. We've still got another. How long? 7. Probably about another 7 hours to go in day 2. And of course, that's based on the launch when they actually launched the contracts, which were about 2.5 hours late, if you recall. I know because I did a 5-hour live stream and it was 2.5 hours into it by the time we actually launched. So it's just the way it goes. Welcome to crypto and software. The software, yeah, that's what happens. All right, cool. We've got minting until September the 27th at 0 UTC time. So we've got a long way to go. Base at 8.89 million. That is the 1 year staked Hex stake pool. You need Hex for that. 1 Hex to mint 1 base, which is so basically the same amount of base in there as the same amount of Hex that's gone in there. Trio is at 8.42 million Hex or Trio. And of course, Lucky is 8 million there on Lucky. So there's all of 8 million now. Nice. And of course, we've got the Decky there at 19.32 million, which is definitely the boss. And probably not surprising given the yield up here, 29.69. And of course, that makes a lot of sense. And I've been saying that as well. Said you could potentially put it all in here and then maybe trade it out later. As long as the premium holds up post-market, right? It's all based on where the market prices move, I guess, but depends on what you're measuring. And so, yeah, that just tend to be the one there. Now, T-shares, we've got 460 T-shares, 580, 825, and 2494. Now, I've got my spreadsheet, and this is approximate because that's probably changed subtly, but we're at about 44.6 million. Hex has gone into the pool. Now, I've got my projected. Remember, yesterday I had a linear projection, but of course, we're not full through the second day yet. So I'm going to, if you come back to the second live stream, we'll have the projected 21-day results, and this is a linear prediction. So we average basically the results by whatever days, 2 days, and then multiply it by 21. So that's kind of where we get to. So we'll have the update on that later in the second live stream later on today. So that's probably in about 6 hours time or something. We'll be having that. T-shares, of course, 4,361 T-shares. Remember the Maxi wild stake or shark stake, I should say, is at 42,000 T-shares. So it gives you an idea. We're at about 10% of that, aren't we, at this stage? So, but we've got a long way to go. So it's cool. Now the team, let's have a look at the team results here. A team at 21.74 million. Obviously, we can see that on the blockchain where we see the top holders. There we are, 21.7. That is that wallet, and we can see that there. Now the stake team is 15.7 million. People have staked that already. 6 million sitting liquid at the moment. And of course, we do have 2 team trading pools that are up and running. Maxi breakdown, we got 21.75 million. Once it goes in on day 21, this is all going to happen. Once the end of the mint phase, 4.35 million will be burnt so far, which is pretty cool. So that's neat. That equals about 1.46%, which is pretty cool. So it's going pretty nicely. So we know that that's going to be scarce. 6.52 million is going into the reward pool for the team stakers. This is the 369 Maxi rebate, year 3, 6, and 9. They get paid out. And the Maxi mystery box now has over 10 million Maxi in it. This is going to happen in 21 days, of course. Almost 11 million. So it's also going to get a copy of all the team tokens. Remember, so all the team tokens going to get a copy of all that. So, but it cannot stake. It cannot stake in the first year. That's a positive there. Who knows what's going to do? Will it be benevolent? Remember, one of the 4 rewards that you get for a team token is maybe you might necessarily get airdropped things as the ecosystem builds out. We're expecting potentially new products from the Maximus team. So if you're owning the team token, you should benefit from that. And that could be fairly lucrative as time goes on. The more products that are launched to market, you'll be, clipping the ticket on all those. So it's going to be pretty cool, as well as any other clever things that this team comes up with, possibly in relation to Icosa or anything else. Could be, who knows what's coming down the pipeline there. So cool. That is going to be fun. There's the results, folks. And it's not quite through day 2 yet. We've still got, pretty much at the end of my live stream later on this afternoon is approximately the end of day 2. So that's when we're going to update the numbers and have a new projection as well. And that's going to be pretty important, right? The projection for 21 days as we get closer and closer and closer. People will be looking at the fact that can we get 150 million in each of these? Can we get 150 million? And can we get 150 million in a decky? I think the decky is going to be a no-brainer. So this makes these other ones here. Can we get a bigger amounts than those? A little surprising probably is the base. Now these are in probably the order that I thought they might play out in. The base, of course, is probably a little bit under where I thought this would be at this stage, but we'll see how we get on. There's a long way to go yet. I think a lot of big holders also probably waiting off till later in the piece. So until they see the size of the pools, just like they did for Maximus, we had a huge giant rush at the end. We saw that with What's the NFTs, we had a pretty good run at the end of that too. That's kind of where we're at the moment. Let's get back to the charts, and we're going to jump out of here and have a look at. Obviously, we've got the team tokens operating, but we won't really cover those at this stage. Let's jump over to the Hedron price. The Hedron price pulled back down to 4713 at the moment, and I think this is pretty close to the entry of that big Maxi whale, is around this area. So they might be at break even, just out of the money at the moment, making that big move. They were like number 3, number 4 Maxi whale, somewhere in that ballpark, maybe number 5, and that's the move they did. So they're still holding, and that is where they are at the moment. All right, cool. Obviously, people didn't anticipate that the market would do a big pullback about 8 hours ago or so. So this is the way it goes. Let's have a look at 8 hours. Yeah, so here we are. We're sitting at 5,500. This is only, 6 hours ago. And then obviously we had a bit of a slide here, but earlier, a couple hours earlier. And I guess basically the same time as the markets were going down. So that's where we are on the Hedron. And of course, we've still got the main event coming up in the middle of November. So that's not going away. So we'll see where the price goes from there. All right, cool. Hasn't broken down here. If it breaks down from here, 32, 3,500 is kind of where I feel it will probably go. If it breaks down where this critical level is at the moment, we'll see. Definitely the RSI has come off, so it's a bit easy there. And there's a lot of attention still focused on it, so we'll find out. Right, so what else we got there? We got Icosa there, sitting at $1.19, obviously down with the Hex price there, with the HSI buyback arbitrage and stuff like that. So it's kind of where those are at. We're going to close out of, actually, what are we going to do? We're going to have a quick look at the Pulsepot. There's a little bit different. We're just having a little intermission there, the Pulsepot. But Pulsepot had their second NFT. Remember, this is like owning the crypto casino table. Remember, this is a very speculative project. It's got fantastic innovation in it, though. So if you're looking for something that's could be pretty game changing, this is kind of the project. And of course, let's have a look at the results. Where did I have it here? Here it is here. So this only closed about a little while ago, maybe 20 minutes ago or something. It actually closed, and the final winning sale was let me have a look here. What was the winning sale? I'm sure I had it on here before. 22 Ethereum. 22 Ethereum it was. And of course, it was won by this player here 37 minutes ago. Yeah, I said 20 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago, but it was actually closed just after that. So that's pretty cool. So that's the second one. Remember, PLS roulette table went, and now the PLSX roulette. Now, if you own these, you've either trading them or you have got to fund them for the casino, meaning that you've got to also put up capital in addition to buying it. So you've got to have some pretty deep pockets if you think about it. Now, bets can only be made, of course, if there's enough liquidity in there. But I think this is pretty fascinating. I really like this. Now, this is not the first product. Obviously, they're launching on BNB. These current roulette tables are actually for Pulsechain. Pulsechain is not launched yet, obviously. So BNB is launching on the 14th. They'll have their own round of roulette table NFTs. So BNB tables will be there for that. So that's cool. And yeah, I thought that was pretty neat. All right, so that's where that's at the moment. I'm not sure if they've got anything else on their site at the moment for Pulsepot. That's kind of, I think, where that is. Hex NFT. So, okay, cool. Well, the Hex NFT. So, Pulse did 25.7 ETH. So, it was like 42,000 US dollars. Pulsex there did 22, which we just saw was, what about 34,000 or something. So, that's pretty cool. And now, the Hex one is up for grabs. How about that, eh? The Hex one is up for grabs. It's number 3. And of course, there it is. 5. Oh, someone. Oh, really? Top bid, reserve price met. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, really? This is just launched. The Hex one is just launched. This is the maximum bet is 15,000, 2.5% fee there. That's some crazy stuff there. It's Pulsechain, 15,000, 40% of this trade, European and Hex there. So that's pretty cool. We had an opening. It's weird on there. We had this one here, 5.55 is the opening bid. Is that right? Yeah, it's got 4 days expiration date. I see. So $1,753 there. That is where we are at the moment. So that's the top bid. That's pretty cool. All right. So where do we start off with? We had some silly offer there. We had one. Well, this price is 1. So the reserve is always 1 ETH, and of course the offer is 5.55 at the moment. 23 minutes ago, that was the offer for this one, for the Hex one. Isn't that cool? We'll be watching this pretty closely. So Pulse, PLSX, and now Hex is up for grabs. So that's pretty neat. I'll post this, post the link there if you want to check that out in the chat there. Just remember, it is speculative. What else there? I think that was it. So we're going to go to the top here. And these are the orders. So we had the PLS, then the PLX. So those two have sold. Now we're up to the Hex one. We'll see how that goes. And of course, then we're moving on to PLSP, which is actually the native token for Pulsepot. Then Hedron, that might be pretty popular too, given how popular Hedron is at the moment. And of course, PLSD is after that. Pulse Dogecoin, then Maxi Roulette, which is going to be fun. And I'm not sure what's happening with the USDL because they already say it's sold or something. I'm not sure whether the Liquid Loans teams bought that. I don't imagine they would because it's speculative. But hey, you never know. Just never know. All right, cool. That is where that is at the moment. So we're going to close out of that. And of course, Pulsechain's coming up there. So we're going to a bit of talk about this. So obviously they had the Pulse Masters yesterday. It looked really cool. There's plenty of video. KSB TV was live feeding that. They got the DeFi 60 ladies. I guess it's been on with the bull party. I guess it's on at the moment. It's probably late afternoon. And I'm not sure how hot the pool is based on what people are saying the temperatures are, but it must be pretty burning hot there. And of course, I would love to be at that place. That's well, maybe not if it's too burning hot, but it looks a lot of fun, doesn't it? And I think it's still going into tomorrow as well. I think that's what does it say here? 11 a.m. September the 6th to 7 p.m. 7th. So it looks like it's almost running for 2 days. So that's pretty neat. What else there? And of course, we've got the Power City Pulsechain community party that's coming up too. I guess tomorrow. Well, today our time, but tomorrow American time, and then happy hour on the 8th there. So those are what's going on there with the meetups. I'll post that in the chat as well. Bam, there it is in the chat. So there's the Pulse pot, and there is the meetups. And then, of course, we've also got the conference itself. So conference there. We had the pool party. We've got the 6th there with the conference and 7th there. So these will be on at the moment, I guess, in America. So cool. I hope everyone's having a good time there. That's at the World View at the World Market Center. And then on the 8th is, I think, Nagabo's party there on the 8th. So it's coming up as well. So it's the Pulse conference. Cool stuff. You're going to have lots of cool people there. And yeah, a lot of people getting to meet a lot of people they would have talked to online. People are getting to meet and make relationships. So that's pretty neat. There's lots of cool people going to be there, obviously, at Pulse conference, which is pretty neat. There's parties. I think the Power City one's probably going to be pretty epic. Lots of famous people that we've seen, famous in our community at least. And of course, a lot of other people that we don't know are going to be there too. So it's going to be cool. All right, neat. That is where that is. Let's jump back, and we're going to jump out of the Hedron. Actually, I want to talk about the Hedron deployer. So we've got to talk about the Hedron price there it's at 4,700. But the Hedron deployer here, like a boss, is let's see what it's been doing. This thing, I'm kind of intrigued by the Hedron deployer because of the way Alex talks about things in the Hex ecosystem and benefiting the Hex ecosystem. So it's pretty interesting. We got 2.3 trillion Hedron in there. Obviously, that's come down in value with the price coming down. We've got the total value at 19.4 million. Obviously, that was over 20 million. It was pretty incredible. Remember, I think I first remember covering it was like, obviously it was started off from zero, or close to zero. I don't know how much was in there at the beginning, but ended up was about 8.5 million or something. Then it's got over 20 million. So it's pretty incredible. We got 3.3 million US dollars in there, 74 million hex, and some of that's gone into the pool because it had about 79 million hex in there. It's going to be interesting to see whether the hex does anything if it goes into any of the perpetuals, although the Hedron deployer may keep that for liquidity and other stuff. We've got DAI there, 1 million, and of course Maximus, 27 million, the number one Maxi holder. What will happen with that as well? So we'll be looking forward to that and see what approach that the Hedron deployer takes. If it's going to be benevolent, I'm assuming it's going to be benevolent. If it's going to be benevolent, what sort of actions does it take to support the Hedron Icosa Hex ecosystem and potentially Maximus, because it burnt 1 million Maxi. So it seems to be one that cares as it so far. We'll see. I don't want to overstep the mark there, but definitely interesting. All right, cool. That is the marks there. Let's have a quick look at the BNB chain, the airdrops, and of course the wildcards, the related ones. We've got currently Pulse Dodge coin is just under 0.4 of a penny there at 3799. And of course we've got P33. Ouch, P33 even weaker today, 8.6 now. I wonder if it's going to rebound at some stage with a nice entry, but at the moment it's 8.6 cents. Not looking so good there on P33. IM is down at 7827. It's moved down as well with the crypto move, so not particularly looking good there on the BNB chart. Let's have a look at the airdrops, the Pulse Dodge coin, and of course we're still waiting for staking and things like that. I think this will be kind of the next play, depending on when that comes out. I think it's going to be soon though. We're at $3.20 at the moment, so definitely pulled back here, but holding at above the $3 mark. So $3 seems to be some area of support, like $2.95, $3. So we'll see where that goes to. The wait token, of course, is just over 0.5 cent. So people were mainly waiting there. You can see the price is pretty much in the same zone there at 0.5 cent. So that's pretty much it. So you can see that. Bam. All right, so that's about 0.5 cent there in the range. So not much happening there. And finally, the wildcards, PZen. Now, PZen in house there, that is currently down under 0.5 cent. So that's definitely not broken out. And unfortunately, the crypto news and stock market news has pulled that down too, with the risk off, right? So people risk off, and we're down there at the moment. But still got a higher low, still intact. So we'll see where this goes. And the RSI is cooling off. So that may do a better in the future. I was going to have a quick look at the supply of PZen. Let's have a look at PZen. Now, these are the wildcards, so they're not directly related to Hex or the ecosystem or so forth, but they are from community members in the well-known community members. So we're going to have a quick look at this one and see where it goes. So 880 million PZen with 848 holders. That gives you an idea of the size of this project. And of course, if you're going to be trading, apparently V2 is okay. V3 had some issues with the code. And of course, this is where we are on this. So I've got some pretty big whales in it. 6%, 9%, 13%, 5%, 4%. So there are some very significant whales all the way on the first page, holding several million. So it does look a little bit like the Maxi in some ways from that point of view. Okay, cool. That is PZen. We're going to have a quick look at the Dodeca token. Now, Dodeca managed to make a comeback from about 18 cents, went all the way back up to 6.8 cents is the 4-hour chart. So just take that into account. And of course, we're currently at 41 cents there, bouncing off 37. So this is obviously if you own 369 Dodeca, you do earn Hex dividends based on the trading volume. But there is, a tax on this to pay for that. So yeah, it's kind of where it's at the moment. I do kind of see these typically do spiral down eventually. Apparently the sacrifice price is 8 cents. So this is still quite in the money for a lot of those people. Quite a few of them would have sold down here with the high gains. And we'll see where it goes to. So it's very speculative. In my view, still likely to spiral down. And despite having a little bump up there, we will see. We'll see. We wish the best for people, obviously, that their projects do well. But of course, these ones do tend to just spiral down in value. The community gets bored and moves on, that sort of thing. We'll see whether they can maintain some momentum there. It's kind of cool. All right, let's jump out. We've got at the moment Maxi at 8.4 cents, and this is besides Hedron, is the main game in town for me, with the 21-day launch phase in progress, and it's currently at 2.08 premium over Hex, which is pretty good. All right, cool. That is the charts. Let's get into some comments in there as well. We've got a couple more comments, so we're going to go through those. Where else there? Let's go. Hex Token Pump. Yeah, that was for sure. Hex ecosystem is on discount today. The sale, says Wookie. That's true too. I don't trust any data put out by the US government, says Uncle Will. Yeah, you'd probably be valid to be skeptical about that, and the media as well, because most of that's just propaganda. Ray Refine, good to see you. Christian, bye. Yeah, we got the bye. It's like the seagulls, bye. It's a bit like that. Christian says, Christian, should I stake all my team, or should I stake 90% of it and keep 10% of it sitting in my wallet? Yeah, I think the later's fine, Christian Colin. Obviously, you make the rewards, you collect the rewards at the end of the year for the team. But if you want to keep 10%, maybe some massive price appreciation, might be a way to go that way. Because if you do early in stake your stake in any way, you get a penalized 3.69%. So yeah, that seems fine. I like a 90-10%. That makes sense to me. I think a lot of Hexkins have got 90-10%, if you ask me. So that probably makes sense. Check my pulse. There's a house there. Hello, Hexkins. Good to see. Check my pulse. Christian says, is it better to get 1-to-1 Hex Maxi, or better to buy Maxi on the open market? Well, I guess if there's any arbitrage, you'll have to see, but there's not a lot of liquidity in there, particularly for the USD pair. Last time I checked. We've got those charts at the bottom here. So those are the teams. That's the USDC one there. Last time I checked, it was $1,000 of liquidity, so it's not very much there. Maxi there is at Maxi team 8.5 cents. So you'll have to decide which one is worth it. What else there? I would just plus all your Vegas people will get into this when they get home. That's true. That is true, Sandy Beach. Although I bet a lot of them on their phones, Sandy Beach. Come on, Hedron, says James. Hit the like, y'all, says Uncle Will. Yeah, well, if the market quiets down, we might get a bit of a bounce there. DB Cooper says 1 day closer, sir. Yes, 1 day closer to Pulsechain. And we are. So I released a video on Pulsechain yesterday. That was a short form video, so I'll be trying to be doing more of those. I think I've got quite a bit of content to do a lot more, so I'll probably do that. Yeah, boy, says BC. Good to see BC and Stevie D. Welcome to the chat there. Very, very nice. Yeah, boy. All right, sorry, I should stop toggling those. That's kind of where we are at the moment on that. And of course, yeah, I think these numbers are looking pretty good straight out of the gate. And I guess if you've got team, spread the word. Keep spreading the word every day, right through the launch phase for people to enter the staking pools. And of course, pick up some team as well. Get some Maxi and team. We got 21 days. And of course, if they're new to Hex, they need to pick up some Hex. Buy some Hex on the market, which is actually a pretty good price at the moment, just around about 4 cents. And of course, they're going to get a copy on the Pulsechain as well. So it's pretty cool on that one. Yeah, some of the benefits there. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I like it. I think it's going pretty well. And of course, we're going to do the second day results in the second live stream later today. Hopefully, we'll be approximate. They'll be approximately the end of the second day, so it's just pretty close. Give or take, give or take a few minutes. All right, so nice. That's where we are. And I don't know if we've had much from Richard Hart. I think he's been putting a bit of bling out there. So let's have a look. Bitcoin dump like there was a BTC conference going on. That's pretty funny, man. What else there? We got other things going on. Coinbase Bitcoin. That's a pretty nice teddy. That's a pretty nice teddy. What do you think of that, Sandy Beach? Do you like that teddy? No, call out Sandy Beach on that, but there we got the little teddy bears on the bottom of the teddy there. Anyway, so I definitely, he likes the gold and the blues. That's nice. Looking good there. Yeah, so yeah, posting a few things as old Rich Hart there. I think this is 27,000 Louis Vuitton and $700,000 Rolls Royce. It's kind of funny, this too. So there's a couple of Louis Vuitton bags there. That's pretty funny. Calling out the haters. So he's got a few little jabs at people. That's pretty funny. What else we got going? I think that was kind of Pulsepot, Maxi, Hedron, Debbie, Liquid Lines. Liquid Lines has got Hexicat has joined. Hexicat has joined Liquid Lines. So congrats to Hexicat out there. New Hexicat official joins the team. So that was pretty cool. So congrats to Hexicat. Hexicat always out there contributing. So pretty neat. We had a few people move on and a few Hexicat join the team, which is pretty cool. So well done to Liquid Lines. And we're still waiting for the DAT, right? We're still waiting for the DAT for Liquid Lines so that people can play around on Test Network. So we're waiting for that still. And I think that's at the stage. Highest stakes documentary. I guess they're doing a lot of their distribution work, so they're trying to get streamers to buy. And of course, they have to do that in a particular way. They typically have to go through a third-party agency. Even the fact that they've got so many Emmys, I guess, they still have to go through this sort of process to get to the streaming deals. So they'll be working on that quite diligently. So that's cool. That's where it is, down at distribution deals. What they call them, top streamers. I think that's what they called them. So yeah. Mintra, not sure if we've seen much from Mintra lately. I think they're doing a lot of stuff at Pulsecon. It's old Mintra. They got their t-shirts and stuff. It's just at the expo here. It must be at the expo and the expo conference at the Pulse conference. So they got their NFT marketplace Mintra bag. Some Mintra, is it cards or something? I'm not sure what they are. Pens, a few other things like that. T-shirts. So it's all Mintra there at the conference. It's pretty cool. Might retweet that. And what else there? We got, this is from the golf. This was from the golf. We looked at this yesterday. So it was the golf there. Some stuff there inside the lunchroom there. That's already been held, of course. Apparently, they're going to be doing that every year as the golf tournament. And yeah, they had 250 ticket giveaways for the Pulsechain Mansion Party, which I think I have. I think I did spread that around on the chat there, so that's cool. Nagabo's a mansion party too. Party Pulsecon party there as well. Now, Nagabo was calling for. Let me go into Nagabo because Nagabo was calling for $150 Pulsechain. $150 Pulsechain was Nagabo calling for that. So I thought that was pretty funny. $150 Pulsechain. You heard it here from Nagabo. I'm trying to think. Where he put that on. I'm pretty sure he put it on here somewhere. But yeah, he's got a video of him calling out $150 Pulsechain, which I thought was hilarious. All right, cool. Nagabo's mansion party tickets have been reduced. Must sell a minimum of 200 tickets by September the 1st. So I'm not sure what happened there. Pretty sure that they've all been sold out. So cool. All right, so that's Nagabo, and big shout to Nagabo. Nagabo! He's quite a crazy dude, that guy. He's certainly a colorful personality in the community. Nagabo. I met Nagabo long before Hex. Nagabo was in other communities, but he's a funny guy. Smash the like. Teddy lols. Teddy, yeah, Sandy Beach. Sorry about that one. Smash the likes, definitely smash the likes. Gwei is high at 32, so we'll pay to wait a bit. Yeah, it's moving around a lot, the Gwei at the moment today. Nice roller, says James Bond. Yeah, Xcat is awesome. He's my favorite Leo. Nice one, Sandy Beach. Nugget is so funny, lol, says James Bond. Yeah, there's a video of him going, I'm gonna let you know. He swears all the time. You know, I don't really like swearing myself, but he swears. He goes, $150. You had a fair hair first. It's not. He says it's not financial advice. It's not financial advice. It's financial guarantee. It's a financial guarantee, which is probably worse. Probably worse than a financial advice. It's a financial guarantee. But he says it $150 Pulsechain. I thought it was pretty funny. I thought you might like that, DB Cooper. I thought you might like that. How's it going, family? Good to see Bugs in the house. Very good, thank you. And I got Luke says, can anyone tell me if I can mint Hedron from my stake on Staker? If I can mint Hedron from stake? Yeah, I believe you can. I'm not sure how you do that, but I believe you can do that. I'm not sure if it's from within Staker app though. Someone talked about that the other day. So someone remembers how that plays. Let us know in the chat for Luke. Help Luke out. I have not done that, but someone did say that you could do something around that with Staker app. Cool. Good to have you back on board. Wiki was getting a jelly of you at the beach. Yeah, Sandy Beach was living a dream up, man. That looked like a really nice place there, Sandy Beach, that you were staying at. And remind me of a movie, actually, a movie. And I don't know if it's not, I have this in my head because I think it's in a similar location to the movie Message in a Bottle. I'm not sure if that's exactly around where you were. But because that's on the East Coast beaches, right off the coast, is it? North Carolina somewhere? I'm pretty sure North Carolina touches the coast. Maybe I could be wrong about that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, let's get back into it. So let's jump over let's have a look at BTC at $18,793. We've got ETH at 1552. We've still got plenty of time for a little crypto run on ETH for the merge, still on the 15th September. So we've still got a little bit of time for that. And we will see. We've got Hex at the moment at 4 cents. Let's see how much, whether we can get much buying pressure coming in from the perpetuals. Obviously, we need to get the big numbers, right? We need the big numbers for perpetuals. We need at least, in my view, if we can get up to, like 300 million, 600 million is the target. Obviously, if we can get to $1 billion, that would be absolutely just mind-blowing. Obviously, the higher we are, the more likely we'll get a certain amount of people buying Hex off the market to put into the perpetuals. So that's what we're looking at. We've got 19 and a half days or 19 days to go, depending on how you look at the time clock there. Let's have a quick look at Maximus DAO and have a look at the website and see what the actual time frame is. So this is a perpetuals and team. Now, I've done 2 short videos on these, how to mint team and perpetuals. You can definitely check that out. We'll go to the perpetuals on this one, and we're going to pick a pool, and we're going to pick any random pool. We'll pick the base there, and let's have a look. I've got to log on, I think. Yep, connect. I agree, and let me just log on here. On here and check this out. Yeah, where's the clock here? Oh, is it on the other clock? Maybe. Oh, it's on the team one. You can actually, once you're on here, you can actually select any of these, by the way, just clicking the filter at the top here. 19 days remaining here. It's not as detailed as the team clock is. Team clock's got a lot more detail. But the cool thing is you can mint here. You can mint your base tree. Lucky you can swatch out depending which way you want to, which one you put the hex in to mint. If you're going to do all of them, then you have to click one after another to do it. You can redeem them while the launch phase is on. You can actually redeem. If you want to back out, you can do that. We'll push it back into hex. Or after it's finished, though, it will be locked, right? You won't be you'll have your ownership tokens there. There's also the dashboard, which will give you a position of what that's worth. But that's not why I came here. I came here to look at the clock, which is only on the team. It's got the breakdown of the team there. So we're going to go into this tab. Let me have a look. It's going to build that up. Connect. We will agree. And we're pulling up the team here. And yeah, so this one's got a proper clock on it. It's got 19 days and 23 hours. So it's almost like we started off at 21 days and 17 hours, because kind of the way the calculator, the time is working. So yeah, that's kind of where we are at this stage. So I'll be doing day 2 results, but they won't be aligning exactly with these because we had the extra 17 hours or so, it seems to me. So there we are. That's what we're counting down at the moment. And of course, with the team, it's a bit different, right? For the Maxi here, the mint, you can mint and redeem. And of course, you can just select the different ones that you want to invest in, the 1 year, 3 years, etc. For the team, you can mint your team with Maxi. So this one, you need Hex, of course. You need Hex. This one, you need a Maxi. And then after that, you can stake. You can stake, right? So you can stake your team. Just remember that the stakes won't start until day 21 on the 27th. That's when stakes start. So that's very important to know. And it's got read all the fine print though before you do your minting, just so you know what you're doing, getting into, and then away you mint there. So cool. That's all a staked team already, right? That's the stake stuff there. It's pretty neat. Waiting for that update. Yeah, so that's all the people have staked that for year 1 so far, which is pretty cool. So if you got liquid team, stake team, and way to go on that one. Just click the stake button. And of course, I haven't got any in there, so that's probably not going to work. Actually, if I put 10,000 in there, will it work? Let's see if that's going to read again. Yeah, read in. Yeah, error there. Cool. All right, so that's pretty much that. Let us jump out of those. And there's the website. If you want the data, there's the website. Now, I did put this in Discord. Sandy Beach says South Carolina too. Yeah, okay, on the touch in the beach. Yeah, nice. Superman, you need to something else before you show all that red crypto chart. You need to. I'm not even sure what that is. What is that? You need to. Not sure what that's about there, Wookie. So cool. A team, a dashboard, Amble. Let me know what I'm talking about in the Discord there, Wookie. Fine. Don't sleep on Hedron, says Kristen. And there is the data if you want to keep this saved to your favorites. So if you've minted team or the perpetuals, save that to your favorites. Way to go. And cool. Where is it going with that? I think we're going to close out of that. We'll come back to that. I'm really excited about this here getting bigger. This one getting bigger. I'm really excited about that. I think it's going to be cool. And we're going to close out of that. You've got 2.08 at the moment on the Maxi price there, 30,000 Maxi buy. And of course, let's have a look at the rest of the charts here. We've got Hedron at 466. So Hedron just edging down. Hex is edging down a little bit there. It's gone below 4 cents as well. Maxi there is a premium is at 2.08. So that's kind of the shining star at the moment is the old Maxi premium. So yeah. And there we are on Hedron 4647. So as long as if it can hold this sort of 4,500, 4,600, that'll probably be right. If it doesn't, it could start breaking down. And like I say, probably range 3,200, 3,500, maybe in this range here. And we'll see whether it holds up that. Whew. Hot doggity dog. I think that's kind of where we're at to. So I think we've got a pretty quiet day in the office. Obviously, everyone else is partying on a Pulsecon. Now, I wanted to say something just about useful links. If you haven't gone to our Discord, the link's in the video description. Just go to useful links, and you can scroll up to useful links here. Just scroll up top here, and you will find these things here. You'll find Maximus website, Mint, Team, and Perpetuals. So you'll find all the links here, okay? So the Maximus pooled hex stakes are at the top here. This is Maxi. So you can see that. But if you want to see the Maximus website for Mint, Team, Perpetuals, Base Trio, Lucky, there is the links. It's the website. That is the dashboard that I just showed you. There is the team contract and the team Maxi wallet if you want to see that ranked versus Maxi Wales, which is number 2 at the moment. So they're all there. I did 2 videos, obviously, on the YouTube videos on that. So you can check that out up here, but I might actually paste those in there as well. So you can see that they are here. So how to buy Hex and Mint Perpetuals for beginners and how to buy Maxi and Mint Team for beginners. So you can check out those videos as well. So that's cool. And if you want to see first day results is this one here. Has the first day results in there. You want to see that. And of course, if you want, I did release this Pulsechain video yesterday, which looks pretty cool. I like the thumbnail on that. Pretty badass and so forth. So cool. I'll put in a little bit of Superman on that one. And that is that. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button, hit the bell for future videos, and don't forget to get in the Discord. If you want to join as a member of this channel, hit the join button. We've got Pulsecons, Hexkins, and Rich Heart Club. Just a cool way of supporting the channel as we promote these projects going forward. And if you haven't gone to Discord, we've got a cool community and a cool information site. So definitely check that out. I found this homeless dog guy. He is a camera shot unless you tip him. That's this guy here. Sounds like you're having too much fun there, Craig. Hashtag jealous, says that man. Hashtag jealous. So cool. All right, let's back up. We're almost heading up towards 700 members too, by the way. We're only 8 members away, which is pretty neat. All right, let's jump back to the charts here. That's where we are on the charts. Let's see what's in the comments. We got don't sleep on Hedron, says Christian, as I said. Give us a heads up, lol, says Sandy Beach. Ashley in the house there. Woohoo! And give a warning. Wookie, I'm not sure what you're saying there, Wookie. You have to explain to me in Discord. What's up, Hexkin, says Tintop. Good to see Tintop in the house. What's up, Tintop? And who else there? James Bond is in the house. Yes, James Bond is here. Welcome to all the new members. Yeah, all the new channel members as well. Subscribers and channel members. Let's go through a couple of those, actually. We've got a couple of new members lately in the channel members. And a big shout out to everybody. Who else there? Let's have a look here. So we got, I think these are the latest ones. We got Stake Hex, Thank Me Later. Obviously, it's been around for a while. So Pulse Unity as well, 4 days ago. Crypto Dan, Frank, Luke, Jesse, What the Hex, and Check My Pulse, of course, in the chat there at the moment. Hexpedition. That's a big welcome to everybody as well. Special welcome to Kelly Delfino, rejoined 6 days ago. So that's pretty cool. And a long-time member now. Honey Dippers, of course, Honey Drippers. I think we covered them in the last shout-out. Jory Bernstein, big shout-out to Jory. And, of course, joined a day ago and upgraded as well. So, appreciate that, Jory, big time. And Michael Lamont, of course, always around. And welcome to the channel memberships there, Michael. As always see Michael's comments in the video chats there. Scott's in the house. Hey, Scott. Good to see you, Scott. And I like the flag waving there. Hi, everybody. This is Sandy Beach. Welcome from Sandy Beach. Woohoo! That's awesome. And Dan says, hey, Set Man, morning, mate. Great stream, champ. Love your mini clip on Pulsechain, the greatest ecosystem in crypto. Yeah, it's so true, so true. Wow. All right, so cool. Let us get into it. Now, I'm going to try and do more short form videos coming up. So hopefully that'll be really cool. Yeah, I'm going to try and cover different topics because I do long live streams, right? So it's a very different format for most channels. I mean, there's a couple other channels that do long live streams, but I'm going to try and do a lot of short form videos for people that are, on the go, on the rush. So, and just get some of that, good, concise stuff out there. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned. All right. 2.08. Yeah, Maxi looking not too bad. Like we're on a red day today, but tomorrow could be a green day. That's kind of what we're going to be getting, this sort of stuff. Green day, red day, green day, red day. It's pretty much how it's going to be going. Now, things will change when the Fed comes up, after the merge. That's kind of, I've been consistent with that. So it's going to probably change. And yeah, Hedron has definitely taken a lot of the limelight of recent. And of course, like I was saying, I think Maxi is kind of the next big thing over the next 3 weeks, just under 3 weeks. And then, of course, Pulsecon might be the next play too after this because of the staking that they potentially bring. So that's definitely one to look out for is the Pulsecon coin. It's currently at $3.11, which is kind of a nice little pullback there. But, if they bring in some new gamification in that too, it could be a pretty interesting project. Obviously, it's pretty important, I think, that they hold up at $2.95. But that being said, if it goes down lower, that means just a much better entry for people, right? I think that's probably the way that will end up playing out. Cool. I've got to change these titles here because I was going to change that to related. I'm going to change it to Wildcard. Wildcards. Let me know if there's a better name, but Wildcards is at the moment Wildcards. All right, cool. There we go. So we got Hex at the moment at just under 4 cents, trying to hold on to 4 cents. Did this the other day. Maxi at the moment at 8.35 cents, but with a premium over Hex of 108, which is not too bad. I suspect we'll just keep getting more Maxi minting team. Now, I don't expect, I think that we're not going to get a lot of the big players. We've already seen some big accounts over 500,000. We've seen some big accounts over 1 million move, but I don't think we'll get a lot more moving. We'll get some intermittently during the launch phase, but I think the big rush will be at the end. I think kind of we'll still get that play out. Hedron, of course, is just trying to find its feet here at 6,400. Obviously, there's a lot of support for it, so we'll see where it goes. If it does move down, collapse below this 6,500 or 6,600 mark, then it could reasonably go to 3.2 to 3.5, probably 3.5 in my first estimate, but could go down to that. We'll see. Obviously, if people decide to say, hey, no, we all think there's a bargain now, we're going to pick it up, it will bounce off here, but we will see. We will see indeed. I did see one large Hedron holder sell Hedron and then mint into Maxi and then mint team with that. That was recent, just in the last couple of hours. I did see that happen. So we'll see if much of that happens going forward too. Cool. Look at that, man. That looks pretty bad, eh? Looks pretty bad. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Red, very red. Like this. Hey, look, US dollars, USDC is green. USDC is green. risk off, as we say, risk off. I don't think that's about it at this stage. Yeah. What else there? I think we're going to end up wrapping up pretty shortly. And I'll be back in about 5-6 hours. We're going to have day 2 results from Maximus. We'll see how we get on and what other news comes out from the market. Obviously, a lot of people are having fun in Las Vegas, so I wish them all the best. And there's plenty of vlog stuff out there for that. Hello, Tim Tots says Sandy Beach. Katie says last month nobody wanted Hedron. Now it's the shiny object. Yeah, don't forget the GOAT Hex. Well said, Katie. Well said. Hex is the boss, says James Bond. Absolutely. And Leo is green, lol, says Sandy Beach. That's true. All right, so cool. I'll be catching. I'm going to wrap up now. I'll be catching all you guys up in about another 5 hours time. And what time is it now? It's currently, yeah, so in 5 hours time I'll be back on, and we'll, at the end of that, we'll do the day 2 Maximus results. So it'll be fun. And yeah, that auction is currently on for the Hex roulette table, and we'll see how that goes as well. All right, let's wrap up with some cool music. Let's do that. Thanks, Superman says KD. You're welcome. And James as well. Thanks very much. Leo's in here, says Bugs. Leo's in here, yeah. All right, so cool. Let us play out some cool, funky music. And don't forget, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. Where am I going here on this? I'm going to go to... let's play out some alpha from Richard first. Let's play some alpha from Richard. All right, take care, everybody, and enjoy. Bye for now.
What Pulsechain does, world's largest free airdrop. I should probably tell them. Let's do it. If you guys have any coins on Ethereum, ERC20s, Hex, Hex stakes, Ethereum itself, you're going to get a free copy of all that on a chain I created called the Pulsechain. You can go play around the testnet right now. Go play with your coins. Pulsechain.com. Awesome. It's going to help get the Ethereum fees down. It's got higher throughput. It's deflationary. It burns 25% or more of the fees. There's no inflation. It never mints new coins. And it's going to be the world's largest free airdrop. So people love free money, and they don't like high fees. And this addresses all those issues. It's really cool.
So I put 10,000 into it early, super early. I bought the rumor, right?
Right.
What kind of return?
I never speak about. I'm very careful as a founder. Elon Musk isn't, so he gets sued by the SEC all the time. Right. I don't have a security. There is no critical managerial entrepreneurial effort. There is no pool into which people put money with the expectation of profits away from the work of others. This is very specific legal language I'm using to show you that Hex removes the risk of securities. There is no middleman that can screw you. You always mint your own rewards. You always perform your own labor. You are the network. You are the effort. And so I'm very careful to make price predictions. And I almost never make them. I do them for Bitcoin. I do them for Ethereum. But in Hex, I almost never make them. And it's also harder to predict Hex, to tell you the truth, because it's such, the price moves around so much. Right. It's harder to predict. So Bitcoin did 690 million%, which is a 669, what the hell? 690,000x it did. Ethereum did about 20,000x. It went from 31 cents at the crowd sale on average. You could have bought it earlier and got it lower, or you could have bought the dip on Kraken when it went to like 15 cents. Now it's $1,600, was 5,000. So it did probably 20,000x. Hex did a 10,000x. I can list you a lot of other coins that did a lot of X's. In cryptocurrency, doing a lot of X's is very possible. And so could Pulse do the same 10,000x that Hex did in the same time frame, or possibly even quicker? Yes, it could. The likelihood of that event, I don't know. And that's an important number. I'm a smart dude, but I can't predict the future.
Just like you just said earlier.
Right. Yeah. So could it do a 10,000x in 620 days, 623 days? Sure, it could. That's what Hex did. So I when I invented Hex, I wanted it to outperform Ethereum, and Ethereum had done a 14,000x in 2.5 years, is what it did. It went from 31 cents to $1,400, maybe $1,500, depending on what exchange you're using. And it did that over 2.5 years. And I said, well, we've got better game theory. I coined the term pumpamentals. I don't use that term as often because people are, don't think it's as funny as they once did. And so like, we beat that target. And now, I look at the Pulsechain chat room, there's 60,000 people in it. I look at the Hex chat room, there's only 40,000 people in it. And Hex has been around for years.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think Pulsechain has a lot of really strong advantages in that it's easier to understand. Yeah, it's Ethereum, but it's faster, higher throughput, cheaper, and the world's largest free airdrop. And it saves the environment. Like,
no brainer.
No brainer. Right. Like, it's no brainer.
This coin does something. This thing does something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you seen, before I lead it to, I'll ask you two. Number one, do you think Ethereum 2.0 goes, actually happens? And when it happens, does it go ahead and dock and go off without a hitch? Or will you see problems?
Software takes a long time, and software sometimes has bugs.
But we're okay with waiting, right? I'm okay with waiting.
I'm okay with waiting. I mean, look, I'd like Pulsechain to launch before it, but truthfully, it really doesn't matter whether Pulsechain launches before it or not because it doesn't affect the gas fees. Ethereum 2.0 does absolutely nothing to affect the gas price.
Correct.
It does nothing to increase throughput. It is the exact same gas price, homies. And so Pulsechain is there to help get those gas fees down, give everyone the largest free airdrop. And so whether we should beat them to market, but in case we don't, it's fine.
Pulsechain. What is Pulsechain? When is the launch?
Sure.
A lot of people are asking that.
Yeah, well, Pulsechain is the world's largest free airdrop. We're going to reduce Ethereum's fees by basically doubling their capacity or more. We fork the Ethereum system state so that all of your coins get copied on the new chain for free. You can go play with those coins now if you want. Go to pulsechain.com, go use the testnet. You can go trade those coins for fun right now on the testnet. And we're just waiting for the devs to, improve a few things, higher throughput, more security. And then we can go to mainnet. It's just software's hard, right? If you want truly secure software with perfect flawless operation, it takes a while to get it right, and Hex took a long time to get right. And that's the reason Pulsechain, we've been at it for over a year now. Probably longer. We've probably been at it for about a year and a half. And we're close, man. We're so close. If my devs were dumber, we would have already launched. But because my devs are so good, it takes longer because they catch all the things. They're like, hey, this, that. You're like, yeah. So it's to be miraculous because it can reduce the gas fees, which are too high. It can give us higher throughput. It can save the environment.
Yeah.
And it's got better tokenomics. It burns the coins. So 25% of the fees are just burnt. And top of VIP 1559 as well, which also does burning. So I'd have to estimate how much extra burning that'll do. And so we've got PulseX, which is our fork of Uniswap, which does fee burning, no inflation, only deflation. We've got Pulsechain, which has deflation only and fee burning in protocol. It's really awesome. Like, we're going to soon have vertical integration. We're going to have Pulsechain consensus network, PulseX trading, Hex value storage. We've got a wallet being built now as a MetaMask replacement. That's nearly complete vertical integration. The only thing that's missing is fiat on ramps and off ramps. That's it. I mean, it's pretty awesome.